Earth had reinvented itself, a vibrant tapestry of gleaming spires and sprawling orbital fortresses rising from the remnants of a bygone era. In this era of technological renaissance, humanity thrived amid towering cities that shimmered like jewels under a twilight sky. Yet beneath the resplendent surface, an ancient secret whispered, drawing the attention of those attuned to the planet's hidden rhythms. Commander Nova Reyes stood on the observation deck of the flagship Aurora, her gaze fixed on the horizon where the city's neon glow merged with the infinite expanse of space. The metropolis below pulsed with life, a living mosaic of hope and progress that defied the scars of the past. But tonight, an undercurrent of unease stirred among the crew, a faint, enigmatic signal resonating from deep within the Earth. Commander Reyes, our sensors have detected unusual activity beneath the surface, reported Lieutenant Mendez, his voice a blend of caution and curiosity as he approached with a holographic display of erratic, pulsating data. Nova's eyes narrowed, her mind racing through a labyrinth of possibilities. "Show me the details," she ordered, her tone both calm and resolute. The hologram flickered to life, revealing a series of unpredictable signals emanating from what was once a forgotten ruin now interwoven with modernity, a relic transformed into a beacon of mysterious energy. The signal bore an uncanny resonance, its frequency hauntingly primal, as though it were calling out to forces long buried by time. A hush fell over the control room. Even the steady hum of machinery seemed to pause in reverence for the enigma unfolding before them. In that suspended moment, Nova recalled memories of lost comrades and battles fought in the uncharted depths of space, a past etched deeply into her soul. Each mission had tested her resolve, but never had she encountered a mystery so intimately connected to Earth's very heartbeat. The allure of the unknown tugged at her, stirring a blend of trepidation and determination. "Lieutenant, notify the Intelligence Division immediately and assemble a reconnaissance team," Nova commanded, her voice unwavering. "We need every detail on this signal. Determine if it is a relic of our past or a harbinger of a threat yet unseen." As orders were swiftly dispatched and the crew mobilized, Nova lingered on the observation deck. The silent expanse of space seemed to hold its breath, bearing witness to the awakening of an ancient force. The stars above, silent and eternal, watched as Earth's hidden legacy stirred beneath layers of time and modernity. In the quiet that followed, as the first subtle strains of an otherworldly symphony rose from the depths, Commander Reyes felt the weight of destiny settle upon her shoulders. The echoes of the forgotten were calling, promising both the rediscovery of lost wonders and the unveiling of perilous truths. Thus, amid the radiant glow of a revitalized Earth and the quiet murmur of an ancient mystery, the stage was set. Unbeknownst to the world, a secret of unimaginable power was stirring, destined to reshape the future in ways no one could yet comprehend. Far beyond the luminous orbit of Earth's revitalized cities, the void of space harbored secrets of its own. In the silent expanses between distant stars and swirling nebulae, an ancient power stirred, a force that would soon cast its long shadow over humanity's renewed hopes. Deep within a colossal command vessel drifting on the fringes of a distant system, Zareth, the formidable warlord of the Zephyrius Empire, presided over a war council. His chamber was awash in dim, pulsing lights, the alien technology of his people interweaving with cold, austere designs that spoke of relentless ambition. Zareth's visage was marked by a lifetime of battles, a calculated coldness and an intensity that left little room for mercy. His eyes, like dark, infinite voids, absorbed every detail of the holographic star maps before him, mapping out threats and opportunities with unnerving precision. "We have detected an anomaly, a signal emanating from an ancient network on Earth," Zareth intoned, his voice resonating with authority and the weight of centuries. "Our scouts confirm that it originates from beneath the surface, a relic perhaps, of a long-forgotten power. This disturbance must be contained before it disrupts the cosmic order we have so meticulously crafted." His lieutenants exchanged wary glances, their expressions a mixture of reverence and apprehension. They knew that to Zareth, Even the subtlest ripple in the fabric of space could herald the beginning of a cataclysm. For him, order was paramount, and any deviation from the established cosmic hierarchy was a threat that could not be tolerated. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the repercussions of that mysterious signal had not yet fully reached the public sphere. But in the hidden corridors of interstellar intelligence, whispers of the disturbance had grown into a low, persistent hum, a forewarning of the impending collision of two worlds. In secure communications intercepted by both sides, hints of conflict began to emerge. On one hand, there was Commander Nova Reyes, whose every instinct was attuned to the mysteries of the planet. On the other, the relentless ambition of Zareth, whose empire stretched across countless galaxies. In the war room of the Zephyrus vessel, Zareth continued, his tone both reflective and resolute. Our scouts report that Earth's hidden armada has stirred in response. The power that once lay dormant is awakening. It is our duty and destiny to seize control of this power before it can be wielded against us. His words, as chilling as they were methodical, set the stage for a conflict that transcended the mere clash of arms. This was a battle of ideologies between an empire that sought to impose order upon the chaos of the cosmos and a planet reborn with a spirit of defiant hope and individual resilience. Outside, in the vast isolation of deep space, Zareth's fleet began to mobilize. Rows of sleek, angular starships, each bristling with advanced weaponry and guided by the precision of alien engineering, prepared to cut through the void toward Earth. The silent procession was both awe-inspiring and foreboding, a dark mirror to the brilliance of the human revival below. Within his own private quarters, Zareth paused before a large viewport, gazing out at the star-strewn canvas. His thoughts were as turbulent as the cosmic winds that stirred the distant galaxies. He recalled the ancient texts and prophecies of his people, which spoke of a hidden power on a blue planet, a force that could either cement his empire's eternal dominance or unravel the very fabric of his meticulously ordered universe. In that solitary moment, as the cold light of distant suns bathed his features, Zareth's resolve hardened. The awakening of Earth's armada was no mere coincidence. It was an omen of change, and he would not let it slip from his grasp. The coming conflict was inevitable, and he intended to be the architect of its outcome. Thus, as the stars bore silent witness to the unfolding drama, the seeds of cosmic confrontation were sown. In the darkness between worlds, shadows gathered, a harbinger of the turbulent clash that would soon bridge the vast chasm between human hope and alien ambition. In the heart of Earth's renewed capital, within a sprawling command center that spanned floors of shimmering glass and polished steel, Commander Nova Reyes summoned her senior staff for an emergency strategy session. The room pulsed with quiet urgency as military advisors, scientists, and political figures gathered around a massive hollow table displaying the enigmatic signal's intricate patterns. Each ripple of light on the display hinted at secrets long buried and dangers yet to be revealed. "Ladies and gentlemen," Nova began, her voice both firm and measured, "we stand on the brink of a discovery that could either secure our future or imperil it. The signal from beneath the surface is unlike anything we have ever encountered. Our very existence may depend on how we choose to respond." A murmur ran through the assembly. Among the council, voices rose in varied tones, some laced with hope, others with dread. Dr. Eliana Strauss, a renowned xenotechnologist, leaned forward, her eyes alight with both curiosity and caution. "This signal may be a remnant of our ancient armada, a forgotten technology that predates our current era. It could hold the key to untold power or catastrophic risk." General Marcus Lee, a seasoned strategist with decades of experience in off-world conflicts, interjected with a gravitas born of hard-fought battles. "We cannot afford to gamble on unknown technology, especially when an external force is watching our every move. We must contain and neutralize any potential threat before it escalates into a full-blown crisis." The room became a microcosm of the larger debate rippling through society. Some advocated harnessing the ancient power to fortify Earth's defenses and advance its renaissance, while others warned that meddling with relics of such magnitude could awaken forces beyond human control. The tension was palpable, each faction aware that the decisions made in that room would echo across galaxies. Nova listened intently, her mind weighing every argument with the precision of a master tactician. Our priority, she declared, is to secure every piece of intelligence on the signal. I want reconnaissance teams deployed immediately. Our objective is clear. Determine whether this technology is a dormant weapon, a lost treasure, or something far more dangerous. Amid the flurry of technical briefings and strategic assessments, a subordinate officer, Captain Rivera, dared to voice a more personal concern. Commander, there is unease among our ranks. Many fear that activating the Armada might not only draw unwanted attention, but could also destabilize the fragile alliances we have built with our interstellar partners. Nova's eyes softened momentarily as she considered the weight of Rivera's words. I understand your concerns, she replied, her tone empathetic yet resolute. Yet, inaction may be just as perilous. We must tread carefully, balancing our ambition with wisdom, for the legacy we uncover today could define our tomorrow. As the meeting unfolded, Nova laid out a multi-pronged plan that would require the full might of Earth's military and diplomatic prowess. The strategy involved discreet reconnaissance missions, enhanced security protocols around sensitive installations, and a contingency plan to safeguard the ancient Armada should it be activated, either by our own hand or that of an unwelcome adversary. The conversation continued long into the night, punctuated by moments of passionate debate and reflective silence. In the flickering glow of the holographic map, the ancient signal pulsed steadily, a silent reminder of the enigma that lay beneath the surface. Each pulse was like a heartbeat of a long-dormant giant, stirring in its sleep, waiting for the spark that might awaken it fully. By the time the meeting drew to a close, a sense of cautious determination had replaced the initial anxiety. Commander Reyes, standing at the head of the table, surveyed her assembled guardians. We are the stewards of Earth's future, she pronounced. It is our duty not only to protect what we have built, but also to face the mysteries of our past. Together, we will uncover the truth of this signal and safeguard our world against any threat. In that charged moment, as plans were set in motion and orders dispatched into the night, the Guardians of Earth embraced their roles with a mix of resolve and trepidation. The fate of their world now rested on a knife's edge, where every decision could tip the balance between salvation and ruin. And as the echoes of their collective determination reverberated through the command center, a new chapter in humanity's saga was being written, a chapter that promised both peril and possibility. The void of space, vast and unyielding, suddenly ignited with the fury of conflict. Against the backdrop of a glittering cosmic canvas, sleek human vessels darted like swift arrows, their illuminated hulls reflecting the determined resolve of those within. From the command bridge of the flagship Aurora, Commander Nova Reyes watched as Earth's newly alerted defenses surged into action. Outside, the silent void erupted with the crackle of energy beams and the distant roar of explosions. A cluster of Zephyrius scouts, their angular, alien warships bristling with unfamiliar weaponry, pierced the darkness like shards of broken glass. They had emerged from the depths of space with lethal precision, their approach heralded by a trail of blazing contrails. Engage at will, Nova ordered, her voice resonating over the comlink with unwavering clarity. The response was immediate. Screens flickered to life with real-time combat data as human pilots executed agile maneuvers, weaving through the barrage of enemy fire. Each moment felt stretched, suspended between the life-affirming glow of hope and the stark, unforgiving edge of danger. In the midst of the chaos, Lieutenant Mendez coordinated the tactical grid, his eyes scanning countless blips dancing on the holographic star map. Commander, Zephyrius vessels are employing a feint formation. They're testing our defenses on the periphery, he reported, his tone laced with urgency. Nova's eyes narrowed, calculating the swift ballet of interstellar conflict unfolding before her. Redirect the frigates to form a protective perimeter around the flank. I want our countermeasures primed for a coordinated response. Let's show them that Earth is not a silent target. Above the din of laser fire and exploding debris, the sharp commands of Nova and her officers cut through the tension like a finely honed blade. The human fleet, A mix of nimble fighters and heavily armored cruisers, responded with a disciplined ferocity that spoke of countless drills and unwavering determination. The clash was as much a test of wits as it was of firepower, a delicate dance where split-second decisions determined the thin line between survival and oblivion. As the battle raged on, the stars themselves seemed to shudder in witness. In a daring maneuver, one of Earth's agile fighters broke away from the main formation, soaring directly toward an enemy scout. Inside the cockpit, pilot Alina Reyes, a rising star in the ranks, navigated with both instinct and precision, her hands steady on the controls as she launched a barrage of counterfire. The alien ship shuddered under the impact of the human assault, its angular form splintering in a brilliant cascade of sparks before disintegrating into stardust. Back on the Aurora, Nova's resolve hardened. She recalled every lesson learned from past battles, every sacrifice made by those who had come before her. The stakes of this confrontation were not measured solely in the firepower exchanged, but in the very soul of a planet reborn, a planet that had risen from the ashes of its former self, determined to forge a future amidst the relics of an ancient past. "Status report," she demanded, her voice carrying the weight of command across the turbulent waves of the skirmish. "We're holding the left flank, Commander. Our defenses are stabilizing, and enemy reinforcements are still en route," came the steady reply from a nearby officer, his voice crackling with static and resolve. Amid the brilliant flares of energy and the cold calculus of strategic engagement, Nova allowed herself a fleeting moment of reflection. Here, in the unforgiving theater of space, every decision was amplified. A single miscalculation could unleash cascading consequences. Yet, it was precisely in these moments that humanity's indomitable spirit shone brightest, a beacon of resilience in the cosmic night. The skirmish, though fierce, was only the opening salvo of what would soon evolve into a larger confrontation. As the human fleet regrouped and recalibrated its strategy, the echoes of the battle reverberated through every command center, every soldier, and every pilot. The conflict was far from over, and the silent, endless expanse of space held countless more secrets and dangers yet to be unveiled. In that electric moment between victory and uncertainty, Commander Nova Reyes steeled herself for the battles ahead, knowing that each star in the sky might hide another test of humanity's courage, a test that would ultimately determine the fate of a world reborn. In the lull following the fierce skirmish, Earth's command center transformed into a realm of quiet urgency and introspection. The corridors of the sprawling headquarters buzzed with whispered theories and hushed debates as intelligence analysts pored over streams of data, searching for clues in the enigmatic signal that had stirred both dread and wonder. Commander Nova Reyes, still carrying the weight of battle in her steady gaze, found herself in a secluded briefing room. The walls here were adorned with digital maps and ancient schematics, relics of a bygone era intermingled with cutting-edge holograms. At the center of this convergence of past and future, a weathered artifact, a fragment of a map recovered from the ruins, hinted at a history long obscured by time. It spoke of an armada once revered and feared, a celestial fleet that had been entrusted with the preservation of a forgotten legacy. Dr. Eliana Strauss, whose expertise in xenotechnology had already proven indispensable, led the exploration into the Armada's secrets. With a soft, yet fervent tone, she detailed the artifact's origins. "This map," she explained, running her fingers over the delicate, ancient script, "suggests that Earth was not merely a cradle of human civilization, but a nexus for interstellar knowledge. The Armada isn't just a weapon. It's a repository of lost wisdom, a link to a time when the boundaries between worlds were far more fluid." Her words resonated deeply with Nova, stirring echoes of dreams and nightmares alike. In a sudden flash of memory, Nova recalled fragments of a childhood tale, a myth passed down in hushed tones among her ancestors. It was said that during the Age of Shadows, when humanity struggled for survival among the stars, a mighty fleet was built not for conquest, but for safeguarding the dreams of countless generations. Now, that same fleet lay dormant, its purpose clouded by centuries of myth and obscurity. As the analysis deepened, debates erupted among the assembled experts. Some argued passionately that awakening the Armada could catapult Earth into an era of unprecedented power, ensuring a strategic edge in the escalating interstellar conflicts. Others warned that such power, if mismanaged, might unleash forces beyond control, rekindling long-dormant chaos and drawing the ire of adversaries like Zaratha's relentless empire. In the midst of this intellectual maelstrom, Nova's mind wandered back to moments of quiet reflection on the aurora, gazing at the starlit void, a canvas that had witnessed both the triumphs and tragedies of humankind. Each flicker of light in the distance seemed to whisper secrets of lost eras, urging her to consider that perhaps the Armada's true purpose was not merely military might, but a testament to humanity's enduring quest for knowledge and unity. The room fell into a contemplative silence as Dr. Strauss revealed an unexpected breakthrough: encrypted data embedded in the signal itself. "I've isolated a sequence that defies our current encryption protocols," she noted, her voice trembling with both excitement and trepidation. "It's almost as if the Armada is communicating a final message from a civilization that foresaw our need to protect not just a planet, but an entire heritage." Captain Rivera, ever the pragmatist, interjected, "But what if it's a trap? A relic of power that could turn against us once activated?" His concern mirrored the collective anxiety of the room, a reminder that with great discovery comes equally great risk. Nova's eyes shone with resolve as she addressed the assembly. "Every great legacy comes with its burdens," she said softly. "But the possibility of reclaiming lost wisdom, and perhaps a key to our future, compels us to proceed with both caution and hope. We must decode this message, learn from it, and decide with wisdom whether to awaken what lies beneath." In that chamber of secrets, the past and future converged. The ancient Armada, once a silent guardian of Earth's forgotten era, now beckoned with promises and warnings entwined. As the analysts and strategists continued their work late into the night, Nova felt a quiet stirring within, a recognition that the Armada might hold the power to not only defend a world on the brink of cosmic conflict, but also to unite a fractured legacy of humanity. Thus, amid the soft hum of machinery and the rustle of ancient papers, the seeds of a profound revelation were sown. The secrets of the Armada were beginning to unravel, inviting Earth's custodians to embrace a heritage that was as much about wisdom and unity as it was about defense and power. In that moment, as the echoes of the past mingled with the dreams of tomorrow, Nova Reyes vowed to safeguard not just her world, but the eternal story of humanity written among the stars. The quiet intelligence gathered in the command center shattered as the distant hum of incoming warships grew into a deafening roar. Earth's forces braced for a conflict that now spilled from the silent void into the fiery arena of battle. On every screen, new tactical grids flashed with urgent updates. Zephyrus reinforcements were pouring into the sector, their presence like a dark tide threatening to overwhelm Earth's defensive lines. In the heart of the action, Commander Nova Reyes orchestrated a frenetic ballet of strategy and survival. From the Aurora's bridge, she directed every maneuver with a precision born of countless battles. "All units, shift to Formation Delta. Protect the orbital relay at all costs," she commanded, her voice slicing through the cacophony of alarms and intercoms. The human fleet, a vibrant mosaic of agile fighters and imposing cruisers, executed her orders with a determined synchronicity, weaving through the void as if they were the very brushstrokes of a master painter, illustrating a scene of desperate resilience. The battlefront was no longer a single dimension of space. It sprawled across the heavens and spilled into strategic points on Earth's surface. A cascade of explosions lit up the void, while on terrestrial battlegrounds, automated defense systems roared to life. Strategic installations, long considered secure, were now fiercely contested, the sound of distant explosions blending with the relentless whir of defense turrets. Amid this escalating chaos, every moment teemed with the weight of fate. Lieutenant Mendez's voice crackled over the comms, reporting, "Multiple enemy waves converging on our eastern flank. Their formation is tightening. This is not a random assault, but a calculated push." His words underscored the grim reality. Zaratha's empire was not simply testing Earth's defenses. They were intent on breaking through and seizing control of the ancient Armada, no matter the cost. On the ground, hidden resistance groups and elite reconnaissance teams scurried between the neon-lit ruins of old cities, gathering vital intelligence and setting up makeshift barricades. Their resolve, forged in the crucible of survival, shone like beacons amid the darkness. In the midst of the turmoil, whispers of strategy and sacrifice filled the air, each soldier and pilot aware that this war was not just for territory, but for the very soul of humanity. In a daring counteroffensive, Earth's fighter squadrons intercepted a barrage of enemy missiles near a key communication hub. Explosions painted the sky with brilliant bursts of light, and for a fleeting heartbeat, the stars bore silent witness to the human spirit's fierce defiance. Commander Reyes, monitoring the unfolding combat through layers of digital overlays, felt the full gravity of her command. Every decision rippled outward, each choice potentially tipping the balance between hope and despair. Even as the relentless assault intensified, the intermingled chatter of strategy and valor resonated throughout the fleet. Hold your ground. Prepare to engage the main force upon arrival. Nova's command echoed, galvanizing her crew and forging an unbreakable bond of resolve among her ranks. The Armada, once dormant and enigmatic, now pulsed as a living heartbeat of Earth's indomitable will, a silent promise that the spirit of humanity could never be subdued. In the vast theater of war, where every star seemed to flicker with the echoes of forgotten battles, the escalating conflict revealed a truth as old as time. In the face of overwhelming darkness, light shines all the brighter. And as Earth's defenders clashed with the relentless might of an alien empire, the stage was set for a confrontation that would not only decide the fate of a planet, but also define the legacy of an entire species. In the swirling maelstrom of interstellar war, amidst exploding starfields and the clash of titanic fleets, the final confrontation loomed like a fated duel. The battle had reached a fever pitch, a moment when every command, every sacrifice, and every heartbeat converged on a singular, pivotal encounter. Commander Nova Reyes, standing resolute on the bridge of the Aurora, felt the weight of destiny as she prepared to confront the architect of Earth's impending doom. Deep within the enemy's flagship, a cold, foreboding vessel that cut through the cosmic dark like a blade, Zareth had long anticipated this moment. His private chamber, illuminated only by the eerie glow of alien constellations and holographic star maps, was a sanctum of power and calculated malice. There, Zareth's steely gaze was fixed on a display that chronicled the unfolding chaos. To him, every maneuver of Earth's fleet was a prelude to this inevitable encounter, a test of wills where the outcome would secure his empire's unchallenged dominion. In a daring and unprecedented move, both fleets' communications synchronized, bridging the vast void with a single, charged line of dialogue. Through a secure channel that crackled with static and the tension of imminent fate, Commander Reyes and Zareth exchanged their opening words, a clash not just of arms, but of ideologies. Zareth, Reyes's voice rang out, firm yet imbued with a poignant sorrow for the violence that had brought them here. This ends now. Your thirst for control has blinded you to the potential of unity. Today, we decide the legacy of our worlds. Zareth's reply was measured, his tone both chilling and enigmatic. Commander Reyes, you fight for a hope that has already withered under the weight of chaos. The ancient Armada awakens to restore order, a destiny you cannot defy. Today, you will see the futility of your resistance. The tension in the communication channel was palpable as both leaders prepared to meet in a neutral zone, a derelict, abandoned space station, long left to drift among the ruins of a forgotten orbital colony. This forsaken arena, bathed in the ghostly light of distant stars, would bear witness to a duel that transcended physical combat. Here, every word, every gesture was laden with the history of lost civilizations and the hopes of countless souls. On the station's barren platform, the two figures finally came face to face. Nova, clad in the insignia of Earth's proud heritage and battle-worn resolve, exuded a calm determination that belied the raging storm of emotions within. Opposite her, Zareth stood as an imposing silhouette, his alien features set in an expression of cold superiority, a man convinced of his own righteous destiny. Their eyes locked, and for a heartbeat, the universe seemed to still. The surrounding silence was broken only by the distant hum of the station's failing power systems, a metronome marking the rhythm of fate. In that moment, their confrontation became a microcosm of the greater struggle, a contest between the enduring light of human hope and the dark certainty of tyrannical order. Without warning, the duel erupted not into a flurry of bullets or energy blasts, but into a battle of wits and will. Words became weapons as each leader traded barbs and philosophies with precision. Nova recounted the resilience of humanity, its capacity for change and redemption even in the darkest hour. Zareth countered with the inexorable logic of his empire's order, the cold calculus of power that brooked no dissent. Every life, every memory, every dream that has built this world stands as a testament to our defiance, Nova declared, her voice resonating with passion. We are not relics of a bygone age. We are the architects of tomorrow. Your vision is but a chain, binding us to a future devoid of hope. Zareth's eyes glinted with an unyielding resolve as he replied, "Hope is a luxury that leads only to chaos. Only through absolute order can true progress be achieved. Your defiance is nothing but a spark destined to be snuffed out by the inevitable march of destiny." Their verbal duel reached a crescendo, each sentence a declaration of contrasting ideologies. The platform around them became a stage where the fate of worlds hung in the balance. As the duel persisted, both leaders found themselves reflecting on the sacrifices that had brought them to this singular point. Nova's mind flashed with images of fallen comrades and the fragile future of Earth, a future that depended on the choices made in this very moment. Zareth, too, harbored fleeting doubts, buried beneath layers of ambition and the inexorable drive to impose his vision upon the cosmos. In a final, decisive exchange, Nova's voice softened with a resolute empathy that belied the storm of conflict. "It doesn't have to end in ruin, Zareth. The ancient Armada was meant to be a guardian, a bridge to a better world, not a tool for oppression. You can still choose to embrace that legacy, to forge a future where both our peoples thrive." For a long, heart-stopping moment, silence reigned. Then, as if touched by a flicker of introspection, Zareth's eyes betrayed a glimmer of conflict. But the moment was ephemeral, replaced swiftly by his habitual cold certainty. "My path is set, Commander. Destiny demands that I do what must be done, regardless of your hopes." With those words, the duel of destiny reached its climax. The collision of ideals, once mere abstract concepts, now manifested in a tangible, defining moment. A moment that would seal the fate of empires and echo through the annals of history. As the final echoes of their confrontation faded into the silent void, both leaders knew that nothing would ever be the same. In that hallowed space, under the eternal gaze of distant stars, the duel concluded, a bitter, triumphant realization that the choices made today would forever sculpt the legacy of all who dared to dream of a brighter future. As the echoes of the cataclysmic duel faded into the silent void, a fragile peace began to settle over the scarred battlefield of stars and ruins. The remnants of Earth's fleet, battered yet unbowed, slowly regrouped amid the smoldering debris of conflict. Commander Nova Reyes, her uniform marked by the struggles of battle and her eyes reflecting both sorrow and hope, stood at the helm of the flagship Aurora. The ship's interior pulsed with a quiet resilience, a testament to humanity's will to rebuild and renew. Down on the surface, where ancient ruins met futuristic skylines, survivors emerged from the shadows of devastation. Citizens, once gripped by fear, now shared whispered conversations of hope and unity. In the aftermath of relentless warfare, a community long divided by mistrust began to stitch together its frayed bonds, drawn together by the vision of a future that embraced both the lessons of the past and the promise of tomorrow. The revelation of the ancient Armada's true nature, a guardian designed to inspire unity rather than wield destruction, had reshaped the battlefield of ideologies. Commander Reyes, standing as a beacon of steadfast leadership, had made the agonizing decision to deactivate the Armada, preserving its dormant wisdom for future generations rather than risking its catastrophic power. Her choice, wrought with sacrifice and courage, had halted the advance of Zaratha's merciless empire, turning what could have been an endless cycle of violence into a moment of pause and reflection. In the quiet corridors of the rebuilt command center, voices echoed with determination. Military strategists, diplomats, and scientists convened to chart a new course, a plan not solely of defense, but of reconciliation and progress. Old scars, both physical and emotional, began to mend as humanity embraced a collective vision, to learn from its past missteps and forge alliances that transcended planetary borders. The war had taught them that the promise of unity was worth every risk, that even in the darkest hours, hope could kindle a new beginning. Outside, the stars shone with a luminous clarity, each distant light a symbol of the countless futures yet to be written. As the first light of a new dawn crept across the horizon, it bathed the planet in a gentle radiance, a reminder that every ending was but a precursor to a fresh start. In that tranquil moment, Commander Reyes allowed herself a rare, reflective smile. She knew that while the wounds of conflict would take time to heal, the indomitable spirit of humanity was resilient enough to rise again, stronger and wiser. The future, uncertain yet brimming with potential, beckoned with the promise of unity and renewal. The once tumultuous cosmos now harbored the seeds of peace, nurtured by the resolve of a people who had seen the cost of division and the strength found in togetherness. With every passing heartbeat, Earth inched closer to a destiny defined not by the scars of the past, but by the hope of a brighter, inclusive tomorrow. And so, as the curtain fell on a saga of conflict and transformation, a new chapter emerged, one written not in the language of war, but in the enduring promise of rebirth and hope.